You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts J-Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan, and this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I am J-Ho.
It's your boy, Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What it do, man? What it do?
What's going on, everybody?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm
How
good.
you doing?
Camera's always on, Joe.
Always on, brother.
Better know it.
Yeah.
Cameraman, how are you, brother? Saluting.
Okay.
Got your salute hat
Salute
on.
to the troops hat.
So, yeah, okay. I see
Right.
you. Tighten up.
Tighten up.
Tighten it up.
Tighten
Yeah,
up.
for sure.
We need it.
Weezy, how was your week, man?
What is good, man?
You had a good week?
Good week.
That's what's up.
Good productive week.
Yeah. That's what it's all about. Production.
That's all it's all about, man.
Productivity.
Oh, man. High level of that, for sure. Episode 295. We're moving on to part 3 of the 2019 NBA Top 7 series with the small forwards.
FSP style.
Always. FSP style.
Better damn know it.
Better than believe it.
Let's kick it off, Weezy. Best of the week. What you got, buddy?
Best week for me was Coach Penny and TSU Tigers, man.
Sure.
It came out. TSU came out. The city came out, supported.
Yeah, it did.
Got a big boy win.
Yeah.
Gentry looked like old Gentry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Ain't looked like that in a while. So
Long
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Look good, though.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Coach Penn. I know he's listening, man. Congratulations, boy. Continue to keep on those winning ways.
Yes, sir.
Sure, changing that narrative. What you got, Jeff?
That's it for me, man. Look good. Look good to see TSU lit up like that for a season opening for basketball.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And shout out to Coach Penny for what he's doing. So that's definitely my best of the week.
Most definitely. My best of the week is Erica Haynes Overton.
Okay.
6'15" kid. Scored 41 points. Career high 41 points.
Okay.
As ETSU took on the Lady Vols. Pushed them to the limit. They lost 72 to 68, I think. She also had 10 rebounds and 7 steals.
Dang.
She did all that.
Everywhere.
Yeah, she was sick, throwing up in between media timeouts and stuff.
That's
so.
a game right there.
So,
Leave it all on the
man.
court.
Flu game.
Flu game. So
Real flu
she
game.
had Vols fans like, dude, why don't we have Erica Haynes?
Right.
She retweeted, it's all about ETSU for me. So shout out to Erica Haynes Overton.
That's what's
Definitely
up.
could have been a Power 5 basketball player coming out of high school. Went to ETSU.
Yeah.
And she's doing her thing, man. So shout out to her, 615.
That's dope. That's dope.
Worst of the week, Weezy, what you got?
First week for me was I watched Baby Girl today.
Okay.
Okay.
I lost the pacifier.
Ooh.
You don't want to lose the pacifier.
You lost the passing.
Ooh. I'm sorry, brother.
Lost the pacifier. I had to go get another pacifier.
You had to go get one.
Yeah,
didn't
we
you?
gotta go get a pacifier today,
Yeah.
right now.
You lost control of the house at that point. You didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, story. Don't lose the pacifier.
Okay.
On deck.
On
Put some
deck. Keep,
on
have
deck.
them on deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bought multiples today, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
You got to. It went up in the house, huh?
Ooh. She wouldn't take no for an answer.
Man. Was you 100% tired after that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you remixed it.
Jeff, what you got?
Let's go and get this out the way. Miami beat Florida State. So,
Okay.
what camera is mine?
Okay. Oh, cameraman. Yeah. Let's get it. Let's
All right,
get
you
it.
ready? All right.
Yeah. Oh,
You
take a
swag.
picture of that. Take a picture of that.
You swag.
Take a picture of that. Ooh.
Turnover chain.
Yeah.
Get the turnover chain
This
out.
for you, Spike Lou. Never happen again.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
You swag.
You look unhappy right
I'm hot
there.
about that,
That's
man.
your worst of the week.
Yeah, that's my worst of the year right
Okay.
there. That was tough.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah.
Did you get a picture of that, man? You got one? Okay, my bad, brother. My
All
bad,
right.
brother. My worst of the week is a review group chat again. Weezy, you in the clear. Like you were, you're in the clear.
No names.
Shout out to M Extra. Twin is what I call him.
My God.
He said Fab is a better rapper than The Game.
Yeah.
Strikes again.
They
Go
said the
over.
game is a better rapper than Fab.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said, The Game was a better rapper than Fab. Man.
Yeah.
He went on a tirade throughout the Real group chat saying
Yeah.
Game was a better rapper than Fab. Listen, Jeff, what makes me mad about what makes him our worst of the week is as long as I've known Jeff, he's been a hip hop connoisseur. And what he did,
You talking about Twin?
no, what Jeff did, I take it from Twin, right? He's a Game fan. Jeff is also a Game fan.
Exactly.
Right? But in turn, he was pushing for the argument of Game being a better rapper. He has more sales. And then Sean Watts shot at Sean Watts like, dude, why don't you bring up what we're talking about him being a better rapper? Jeff never answers that. So yeah.
Why would I do that?
I know for sure. I get it.
It was an easy money for y'all. So you know,
That trying to make your phone go dead.
Nah, for sure.
wait, look away for a minute.
Nah, for sure.
It gets ugly.
Game is a cover artist. We
Oh,
well
God.
know. You know how Jacquees gets on songs and
Yeah.
makes it his.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Game does. He's a clown, and I'm more disappointed in you because here's the thing: when I met you, right?
Yeah.
That's how we became friends.
Yeah, yeah,
Hip hop, right?
yeah.
And then. Shout out to Coach Penny.
Yeah.
I remember in college he'd be like, man, he met Jeff for the first time. He said, man, all your homeboys are hip hop connoisseurs. What's up with that? I was like, that's how we all got. Cool.
It's pretty
You know
much
what
how
I'm
it
saying?
worked out. Yeah.
So to be looked at as a hip hop connoisseur and to kind of push this game narrative, it disappointed me.
I didn't push.
I know what you was doing though. That's your man.
I just
It's
said.
been plenty of times
I just
that the
said-
narrative has been on me, and I had to push my guy's narrative.
yeah.
I know what you were doing. I just didn't like it. And I'm disappointed for sure.
Make sure you check us out on iTunes,
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course, the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lou and producer M Extra on the boards each and every Wednesday. This week's show is the year 2009 in hip hop episode. That was a strange year in hip hop.
Strange year in hip
Looking back
hop.
on-
Yeah.
That's when everything started going crazy.
Yeah. The mixtapes that year were better than the actual albums.
Easy.
100%.
Easy.
Really good mixtape.
Yeah.
Man. Check
Yeah.
out that with the guys. They did a really good job with that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
2009. That was your year. Weezy, what was your peak year?
Probably about 2009.
Yeah, for sure.
You was outside. You was out here
A
kicking.
little rough.
Yeah.
That was so far gone. You
What about
definitely
you,
was out
Jeff?
here.
What was
so
your
far
peak
gone.
year?
I know I was listening to today.
Yeah.
The Dipset mixtapes, Volume 1 and Volume 2.
That was your peak year.
Like 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
I was really
in between.
outside then.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I haven't peaked yet.
yeah, that's real. I
haven't
knew you was
peaked
going to say
For
that.
sure.
I set you up for it.
Yeah, that's why you're here.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yes. No, I definitely haven't peaked yet. I'm listen.
Oh, nah.
High level hole. Is what they
High
call it.
level hoes.
High level.
I like it.
Fresher than your average, man. Me and my dog Animal Brown is a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. Same great content with the new name. You catch our latest issue. Issue 55 will be up on the 15th directly for the culture. Hit the hotline in the meantime, 629-777-5565 and drop a voicemail so we can answer your fashion-related questions on the next issue. Wear your kicks, fellas. Cop responsibly.
Man, I found an old pair of kicks today, earlier this week.
Okay.
It's the white and gray Jordan 2s.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
Sparkling.
Sparkling.
Like
Pristine.
Pristine.
What the hell were they?
It was at grandma's house.
Uh-huh,
So
shout
I
out
went
to
going
Grandma.
through stuff at grandma's. I
Yeah.
was like, dang, why was these out
Jordan
here?
2s. Those were tough.
Nah, man, put them on though.
Yeah.
Wore them for about an hour or two
Yeah.
in the car. Exactly. Yeah. Bottom
glue.
glue was done.
Glue's done.
Yeah, it's basically a brand new shoe though.
It's a horror film, dog.
Yeah, man. I was like,
Hate seeing
dang,
it.
it's tough.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, it's people that can get that back for you too. I got a guy.
Okay.
When we get off the phone.
Okay.
I got a question first for Dummy.
Okay.
Is the shoebox still important?
Or
as
fresher than the average.
yeah, fresh than the average. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Is the shoebox still important as it was back in the day for sneakerheads?
Unless you hustle. Like, you put money in that shoe. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
was just saying, it was cool to have all your shoe boxes.
For sure.
Yeah, it's about done.
Some people still do that and turn the longevity and long-term health of your shoes don't last as long if you're putting them in a shoebox. So it's good to get containers. The best thing to get Ziploc bags. Put your shoes in Ziploc bags.
I ain't doing that.
Yeah, because again, I found a pair of Jordan 2s were basically brand new. Put them on. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, man.
It's a bad
Really?
idea.
Yeah,
it's rough.
Ziploc bags. Best thing to do. You can keep your boxes then. Sure.
Get rid of them boxes.
I'm about to make that transition to put my shoes all in.
Okay.
Of course, I got the cases now, but transition to do that with the Ziploc bags because shoes are just decaying and stuff like that. If you copping and not wearing shoes, it gets a little rough on. It's a good question, though, Weezy.
Great question, Weez. You can read up on your favorite FSP co-host. All right. Purchase your FSP merchandise and catch up on the past episodes from the shows we just mentioned and much, much more. How you do that, you ask, Weezy? Just search www.realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real.
RMG, most definitely. Jeff, you got 10 good wrestling seconds.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
All right, so I was going to complain about WWE again this week. It was a bad week. You know, NXT looked good, but the overall main brand product is trash. But Chris Jericho was on NBA last night.
Saw that.
Yeah, and it just made things a lot better for AEW and for me as a fan.
Right.
Watching Shaq and Charles Barkley whatever they called it they was doing right there.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Kitty Smith and Ernie. So that was pretty fun, man.
Yeah.
That was the best thing that happened in wrestling this week. That was a
Man,
bad week in
That's a
wrestling.
rough week. It was cool to see that.
Yeah.
I want to get in a wrestling ring, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting in a
They
wrestling
say
ring.
the ropes really don't have a lot of give.
That's what I heard.
It is
Yeah.
tough. It is tough.
That ain't good.
Yeah.
Man. Might not then.
Yeah.
For sure. Let's think of wrestling sex. That was good to see though, for sure. Excuse me. Guess what's back, fellas?
Uh-oh.
Question of the week.
All right.
Shout out to Cam for this fine. If I didn't give him any credit,
Okay.
I would have got a phone call Monday. Dude, give me my check. I want my credit. Anyway. All right. So here's the question, fellas. You ready, cameraman? You
Okay.
get 10 shots to make one NBA three-pointer.
Okay.
If you make one, you get $1 billion.
Good gracious.
If you don't make any, you go to maximum security prison with no money for a year. Do you do it?
I can't do prison.
I ain't got prison.
You miss 5 or 6 of them, and then you start the pressure start mounting.
The pressure gets crazy.
Yeah.
I'm making one of those shots.
That's what I said. I'm shooting that thing.
Yeah, I'm making
shooting
one of
that
those
thing.
shots out of 10.
NBA threes though.
Okay.
I'm making one of those shots.
10 go by quick. You know how sick you gonna be if you get to 9?
If I
You're
get
not
to
making.
4, if I get to 4, I'm gonna get a little nervous.
That's what I'm saying. Once you get to 4 or 5, 6,
yeah,
I'm
that's a
making one of
really
those
good
shots,
question.
you gotta get out the way early.
I need that billion too.
Yeah. No, I'll take like 700 million if you let me like do 6 months. Like
doing
if,
6
you know,
months in the
they
shower.
year, a calendar, maximum security prison.
Yeah, no, that's tough,
Hey,
man.
hey,
That
man.
changed your whole life.
Dude's got life in there. Like,
Yeah,
they never
dog.
seen the light
Yeah,
of day
dog, for
again.
sure.
Yo, listen to
Yeah.
Beans.
Nah,
What's your
for
life
sure.
like? That
Nah.
changed your whole
That
perspective
changed
on
your whole
jail,
perspective
bro.
on maximum security. That's definitely. I'm shooting. What about you, Cameron? You shooting? You shooting for sure. That's gonna be rough. I swear for God, it's gonna be rough.
He low down. He low down. Well, he low down.
Oh, God.
Hey, you stupid, man.
Oh,
Oh man.
I thought you was gonna say no. I thought he was gonna shake his head no. He said yeah.
Let us know what y'all think, man. Tweet us with questions
We gotta put him on his
throughout the week.
books because he.
At Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe. And more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell a friend don't shoot that ball, man.
That the Revolution will be podcast. And before we get started, the first half, Weezy, do you have a yellow box of Cheerios award recipient for the listeners?
I do.
And that is
This week's recipient is Rockets fan Manuel Garcia.
there. It is. Yeah, there we go. Now, the police in Houston have arrested a Rockets fan for allegedly punching New Orleans Pelicans assistant coach Joe Boylan in the face.
God.
Now, Garcia was captured on video sucker punching Boylan. The motivation for the alleged attack is unclear. Garcia appeared in court Friday and asked a judge for more time to find a lawyer, and Garcia is currently out on bail. He faces a misdemeanor assault charge for the incident that allegedly occurred at the end of Saturday's game between the two teams. His girlfriend, who wasn't named in the report, was also arrested and charged with trying to keep the police away from Garcia. The Rockets acted swiftly following the incident, banning Garcia from all future Rockets games.
Please.
And the NBA took a step further on Sunday, banning Garcia from all NBA, WNBA, G League, and 2K League events. Garcia is due back in court again in December. I understand getting mad. We don't know exactly what was said to Garcia.
True.
But it couldn't be anything to the point where you punch a coach. Now, I bet it was, hey, man, what the hell are y'all doing, X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
And the coach probably said, shut up.
Yeah.
Or your girlfriend's and you're embarrassing your wife, like LeBron said.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Don't punch a coach, dog.
Yeah,
like come on,
The
man.
camera's always on, Jay.
And
like,
it's a video.
Yeah, like
I'll
seriously.
show you guys the video once.
We're gonna get that box to him.
Yeah, Prime? Or you just gonna send it?
Now we're gonna send UPS.
UPS?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We ain't gonna waste that
sure.
Prime.
Got to it. We don't know what was said to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What would make a person do that? Somebody being called out of name?
Yeah.
I think if he
Took
was
it to
called
mom.
out of his
Took it
name,
to mom.
like when,
Yeah.
when I say name,
Yeah. Yeah.
now you might get punched.
Yeah.
For
no.
sure.
What if he took it straight to mom? What if he took it straight to mom though?
Oh, your
The
mom.
mothers are, all that.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, now
yeah.
you said something about my mom.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
our business off. at
You can
that
smell my
point.
cologne.
Yeah. Shout out to Pip.
Shout out to Pip C for sure. You guys ready to get started the first half?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
The first half is underway.
First half, the hottest sports news of the past week, like we do each and every week here at the Full Sport Press Podcast. Before we get started, I am J Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Yeah. Now Weezy, what it do?
Weezy, where can they find you at on social media, my brother?
FSP_Weezy on IG, and I'm at How Weezy on Twitter. Holla at me.
Holla at me,
He
baby.
threw the holler at me at the end. He
for
feeling
sure.
himself.
Sure. What about you, Jeff?
Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's your boy, J Ho, on Instagram and Twitter. Come to Twitter, man, for a conversation.
Twitter been
yeah.
fun this week.
Yeah, Twitter's been kind of a little spicy. Florida lost last week. And with that boy, and then here's the thing though. These are fans. No, I ain't gonna do it. It's Miami fans doing this. Like, come on,
not a Miami fan. Like we got
just
chill.
A game over 500.
Yeah, we got to chill. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Y'all win next week. Y'all win tomorrow though, for sure.
We do, yeah. What's up? We want to watch that game?
No,
now you want to watch it. You hear this girl, man? You want to watch the game together?
It'll never happen.
Yeah.
We played 11 though.
Early game. Gotta get out the way because
Y'all-
it's a heavyweight championship match.
Y'all covered 26 points.
I'm at 3 o'clock.
2:30.
That came at 2:30.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, LSU game at 2:30.
Yeah.
Y'all covered 26 points.
I thought it was 17.
No, us is 26 points. Y'all cover that.
You got a new segment, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's kick it off.
I asked for 5.
What they give you, dog?
They gave me 3.
Let's get it.
Number 1, Jeff.
Okay, talk to me.
That was 14 games last week, right?
Okay.
Guess how many home teams won?
How many?
12.
14. Dang.
12. That's never happened in NFL. That's astronomical.
That's tough.
All right, number 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Your boy's back, Jeff.
Who's my boy?
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he's back.
He never leave, though.
Yeah, bro.
He
Out
never
here.
left. Russell Wilson left.
That Sierra got him going.
He got paid and he's still playing like it. He
Yeah.
want to get paid again.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
sure.
definitely get paid again.
378 yards, 29 for 30.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns.
Sure.
Shout out to Tyler Lockett.
And a win in overtime. Number 2.
Okay.
There's no
That's number
6
3.
club. Go ahead. My boy.
You remember you said, this is the best defense Patriots ever seen. You remember that?
I said it, wasn't it?
You said the best defense the Patriots ever have. Remember that?
Yeah, for sure. I still believe that. Yeah.
Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson went 17 for 23.
Yeah, he did.
163 passing yards.
Just how you said it. That's a good setup.
163 passing yards.
That's not a lot.
He also had 15 rushes for 61 yards
That's
and 2
a lot for a
touchdowns.
QB. Yeah.
That is not. He did his
Against
Yeah.
Bill Belichick and his best defense ever.
thing. Yeah. What we gonna
That's
start
my
with?
3 and out segment.
Nice one, Weezy. Nice one.
Good shot.
All right, let's keep it in football. Let's transition to the FSP Week 10 Fantasy Football
Yeah, it
League.
is.
Let's get it started with Show Me Them TDs
So,
versus the Squeakers. Both teams 3 and 6. Both teams coming off an L from last week. Shout out to Show Me Them TDs projected to win. Yeah, we're just gonna see what's gonna happen.
so
One time for Spike Lou and Lou. Well, I'm sorry, Team Spike, I should say. First, you got mossed. Both teams are 6 and 3.
You gonna say my dog name?
Shout out to Shane. You're right. Shout out to Shane.
Shane.
6 and 3.
Lucky
Both teams
bastard.
6 and 3. Both teams come off a win. It looks like Lou is projected to win that one. We'll
Okay.
see how it play out.
My boy gonna fight through that.
Projections don't mean shit.
They don't. They
They
don't
don't
mean a
mean a damn
thing.
thing.
They don't mean a thing.
Trust me.
Oh, well. Well, we'll get to that, Weez. One time for Urban Meyer's faulty memory. One time for D. Harris. First the Diplomats. D. Harris is 5 and 4. Diplomats are 3 and 6. Off a win, though.
Off a win.
Off a win.
Off a win.
And actually, at this time, it's projected to be a tie.
Okay.
So that's going to be
Okay.
weird to watch how they play out.
Sure.
One
Shout out
time
to
for those
Cam.
guys. And you choose a side.
Uh-oh.
One time for
You
Weezy.
got to choose sideways.
Got to
Better.
choose a side.
Right
versus,
side, too.
versus Winston's eye exam. Myself. Come off a win. Got off the schneid last week. Needed that.
For sure.
I'm projected to win that, but we'll see how it play out.
Yeah.
Now watch God.
You gotta watch.
Sean Wash, 4 and 5. Loses the 4 straight. Versus
Oh, he gonna be out at you.
But that's what he said. No, he deserve it. He deserve it. Because when he win, yeah, he real popular in the chat.
but that's what
He deserve it.
My
He
bad.
deserve it. Because when he winning, he all in the chat.
He gonna get you then. He at your neck then. He at your neck.
versus Vanderlei International. One time for Reagan. Both teams that come off of L from last week. I should have said it that way. You're right. Looks like
Lose the 4
Reagan is
straight.
projected to win that one, but we'll see how it play out. And last place 2 years straight at 6 and 3. Versus at the top is just us. Somehow who pulled the win out for last week. After
Wait, Chris is 6 and 3.
Hey, 6 and 3, dog.
Shut up.
1 and 3 straight. Yeah.
Y'all let Chris get 6 and 3. You got
It's
one
fantasy,
job,
Jeff.
Howard.
It's fantasy. Really? It's fantasy, dog.
I'm right there. I don't fought my way back in contention.
me,
I'm fighting. You know what I mean?
We're not right there. You're like in 7th place.
I'm actually 5-4. Third place is in 6-3. So I'm right there.
You right there.
Thank you very much. So anyway, at the top is just us. I owe him an apology because he definitely got jumped out on last week. Yeah. He came back and won though. He had Tyler Lockett, and that's what happens when you have Tyler Lockett. He has a 4 touchdown. But yeah, so that's the FSP Week 10 fantasy football, man. We're gonna see how it play out.
We go, man.
All right.
Let's keep it in the NFL, fellas.
Okay.
Cam Newton.
Yes, you mean.
The Panthers have placed Cam Newton on injury reserve, meaning he can't play for the rest of the regular season. Panthers GM Mark Herney said that Newton, still experiencing pain in his foot, needs to continue to rehab. Newton could possibly return this season if the Panthers make the playoffs. The question I have for you guys, was the last time we saw Cam Newton in a Carolina Panthers uniform?
Unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're on the hook for $19 million next year for Cam. That's a lot to pay for somebody you don't know if they still
100%.
have it.
Yeah.
I think he's out of there.
I think the market for top-tier college talent is probably better than we initially thought.
Mm-hmm.
They still have Will Greer.
Mm-hmm.
They still have Kyle Allen.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bengals, Dolphins, Titans, Broncos, and Buccaneers all possibly are in the market for a round 1 quarterback.
Yep.
Tom Brady,
Probably.
Phillip Rivers,
Yeah.
Marcus Mariota, Eli Manning will all probably be looking for new teams.
Yep.
So I think the best case scenario for Cam Newton and his hats
And you.
And outfits.
and outfits
And you.
and his great personality, him going to Chicago would be the best case scenario. Or this is my hope and pray that he goes here. Matt Ryan decides to go ahead and
Step
go
aside.
out the pasture, and then he goes down to Atlanta and do it right in Atlanta.
Well, that'll be.
Woo!
That'd be Vic. That'd be
Yeah.
Vic reincarnated. Like
Oh,
just
definitely.
how the buzz be in the city. I mean,
Yeah, no, for sure. I just love Cam Newton's and always been a fan of him since he was with Florida.
Absolutely.
I hope the best for him. I just know that this isn't the best way. I know he's not going to go out like this.
No,
for sure.
no. I think. Go ahead, Wiz.
My only worry about Cam Newton is he's going to see that doctor in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That doctor is the best doctor in the world for a foot doctor.
Mhm.
If he can't do it, I think Cam Newton might have played his last game.
No, this is the thing. It's a left rack injury, right? So, Les Frank, whatever the hell the name of that injury is, Kevin Durant suffered it. A lot of people have suffered that injury into the foot, and it's very hard, and you have to really just rest and rehab and get that thing back. He'll be fine, man. Cam Newton will be fine.
Yeah, I think remember we talked about this on FSP in the summer. We thought Cam wasn't going to play this year because of the shoulder.
For sure.
Before coming into the season, we thought he was going to take a year off anyway.
Sure.
So this might have been probably for the best. And to kind of piggyback off what you said, I think he ends up in Denver.
Denver might be good.
Yeah,
I like
he
that.
rights the wrongs of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He the best free agent quarterback out there?
Out of that list, yeah, I think so. I mean, who you
I think Teddy's better.
You think
Teddy two gloves
is better than Cam Newton
at this point?
Yeah,
because you don't
as
know
a
what's
free
left to
agent,
Cam.
I would take Teddy before I take Cam Newton right now.
Nah, ain't no way. Well, I mean that's
only reason he's saying that is because not to speak for you, but I think the only reason he's saying that is because Teddy, we know Teddy has a lot more to give, and we're not sure what left of Cam because of the injury.
You think Cam will look the exact same playing as Sean Payton?
No,
right now, yeah. If the shoulder's okay, if the shoulder's okay, yeah.
Move right along to Josh Gordon. My bad. Go ahead, Joe.
No, go ahead. No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Somebody else? Let's move on to Josh Gordon.
Okay.
Signed with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
They got him off of what do they call it?
Waivers.
How you guys feel about his place with the Seahawks?
I'm just happy he's healthy. I'm happy he's. I'm assuming no issues. That's all that matters.
Said he's 100% healthy.
That's all that matters at this point. He's healthy.
Yep.
And
Practice all week.
And he has no issues, like no off the field issues. That's all that matters.
He ain't relapsed. What you trying to say? So many words.
That's all that matters.
I hope he ain't relapsed.
I think the team, he needs to have a strong locker room.
Yeah.
I think Seattle has that.
Yeah.
And I think he just has to find a way to get open, and because Russell find him.
Yeah.
There's, DK is still there. They have Tyler Lockett. He's a great complement to that great offense. The offense is better than the defense in Seattle for the first time.
Yeah, that offense is clicking.
That offense is moving.
If he's 100% healthy, like they say he is, he could be the same exact gift that Manuel Sanders did to the 49ers.
True. 100%.
Exact same.
You just need him. You need a player like that. And a lot of teams were trying to get him. He ended up in Seattle.
Only reason Patriots got rid of him because they were winning without him.
Yeah, they went, and they were bringing back N'Keal Harry. Too.
Cheaper price.
Cheaper price. Most of it.
All right,
Jeff, you got the floor.
Let's do it. So this weekend, I lost a bet. The Miami Hurricanes beat the Florida State Seminoles, cameraman. I knew it was the end at that point. What is the end you're probably worried about? I knew that the Willie Taggart era had to be over with at that point. You can't lose to Miami the way we lost, looking the way we did. I was a Willie Taggart guy. I still am. I can go into all the numbers as to why this is horse crap, because our boosters found $20 million to pay a buyout. Mm-hmm. That they haven't even come up with the money yet. Just promised. It's a promise to pay. Like you ain't paid your cell phone bill. It's a promise to pay. Yeah. They haven't even come up with the money yet. And I can talk about how this coach asked for certain coordinators that you wouldn't somehow find the money to pay for. And you wonder why we had a horrible offense, and how another coach who left stripped the cupboard clean of certain scholarships and APRs and things like that. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say.
You just said it, though. I'm
just not going to go into detail about it, Jay. Okay. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. We forget that Florida State had to reschedule a game against Louisiana Monroe to get bowl eligible 2 years ago when the great Jumbo Fisher was there, and I said Jumbo on purpose. So we forget that, but we blame Willie for whatever we blame him for, and it's okay. The funny thing is, we win 2 straight games. Guess what, Weezy? We're right back in the bowl. But he still got fired. But it's cool.
No, I understand. Cool. I understand. You sound like you would have kept Willie a little longer if
I let him finish the season.
But winning, just getting to a bowl is not Florida State standard.
No, but that's the point I'm making. I get the move. I totally understand.
But you said y'all won 2 games. It's like you'll be okay with that.
Because that's the point I was gonna make. The main point was you couldn't let him end on a good note. Because if he somehow gets to a bowl game, no disrespect, and somehow for some reason is competitive against Florida, you can't fire that coach.
Yeah, but they're cutting their losses.
I think they were going to fire him anyway. I just think they were looking for their losses.
And then look how you looked against Miami. You know what I mean?
That didn't help.
That didn't help at all. I knew it. Shout out to Coach Locke. I knew it was over with at that point.
Yeah, Coach Locke ready for him to go.
Yeah, Coach Locke didn't want him there to begin with.
Yeah, for sure. I think the time was a bit of. Are you finished?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay,
I'm all right.
I think and we'll talk about some stuff. I think the time was a bit of a surprise. Like you said, making a coaching change 6 days prior to a really big matchup that's coming up. And anytime an athletic director from one college football, like Florida State's a flagship, considering the coaching change, the biggest question I think for fans and alumni is can we get someone better?
Right.
And I really don't know if they can do that, because I guess the AD is he better be confident to do that, because they might be sacrificing another recruiting cycle or 2. Yeah. And further jeopardizing the actual program is what Kirk Herbstreit was saying. The program now is in shambles because you get rid of a coach the way that you did after he has a top 10 recruiting class coming in. Yeah. So,
and those were just about to be his players.
Yeah.
Just his players. Now you don't even get them.
Yeah. So, I mean, you go Bob Stoops, Mike Leach, Lane Kiffin, Brent Venables, James Franklin. Those names are flying around. Even Deion Sanders, who came out and said that he doesn't think it's going to be a situation where he could do that.
He wanted Deion Sanders as his coordinator. They wouldn't pay Deion Sanders as a coordinator. The first hire he wanted to make was Deion Sanders as a special teams coach and a cornerbacks coach. Excuse me. Yeah. They wouldn't come up with the money to pay Deion Sanders as a cornerbacks coach.
I mean, it's what we got to do. I mean,
come on, man.
That's what we had to do. We had to pay our defensive coordinator at Florida. He needed a raise. We got him that raise. So you got to make sure that happens.
They wouldn't come up with it. So it is what it is. You have to beat Miami. You can't lose to Miami the way you did.
For sure.
But man, that's tough to watch.
That's tough. It's tough to watch. And what I do know is that the main thing why alumni have been really tough on Willie Taggart is that he did not recruit in Florida.
That's true.
His first class only got 1 player in the top 25. In the second cycle, he was able to do 1 more player. So that's 2 players in a top 15 state. And then you look down the street at Clemson, and they brought 3 in.
Yeah.
Out of your main top 15 players, So it's one thing if Miami and Florida were thriving in the state and picking players apart, but Taggart was losing recruits to people all across the country, and I think that's one of the main things, though. So
never a perfect coach, never a perfect hire, but I think he deserved to at least finish this season out.
Who do you want your coach?
I can care less.
Yeah. I just think that's where you start at. If you if you're bringing somebody in, make sure they can recruit in Florida. Yeah. That's the main thing. But if you don't, man, And also, they need to focus on that O line. O line's pretty.
That's the main thing. And he never got the O line was trash. Jameis last year going into the year when
100%.
Francois to play Alabama and got hurt, and it never corrected it from the last of Fisher, Jimbo Fisher to Willis. They never corrected it, and still don't have a quarterback.
I just don't know who they can get to recruit the state of Florida. And I just don't see it. There's nobody. The only person I can think of that can recruit in Florida is Urban Meyer, and he's not coming in.
Yeah,
or Lane Kiffin.
Yeah,
Lane Kiffin could recruit. If you give Lane Kiffin that type of marketing, put him in those
not put Lane Kiffin.
Oh no, I don't want him there at all because that's the train wreck just waiting to happen. Just waiting to happen. We thought this was bad.
He'll be good for a couple of years though.
Oh yeah, then all of a sudden,
I doubt it.
This is gonna come down.
There's a scandal gonna be everywhere. Yeah, Shout out to the Seminoles, man. Go Noles.
Hold your head, bro.
Nah, it's tough.
Sure. Before we start with halftime, let's talk NBA coaches. Greg Popovich has never been shy when it comes to speaking about change. His latest change he wants to happen is an NBA coaches dress code. He wants that out of here. Popovich apparently is not comfortable while he's coaching in a suit. Said he wishes the NBA wouldn't allow coaches to wear sweatsuits on the sidelines during games. The question I have for you guys is something that the NBA should change.
I don't know about sweatsuits.
I don't know about sweatsuits.
Maybe a nice team polo.
Yeah.
Some slacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Business casual.
Business casual.
Business casual.
I like
yeah.
it.
Maybe a team collar shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slacks. I'll go with that.
A Nike team issue polo.
There we go. I see where you're going, Jeff.
Yeah.
NBA Commissioner David Stern, strict when it came to the dress code, both players and coaches. So NHL coaches and soccer managers are the only people, as far as professional sports, that are required to wear suits. Baseball managers, of course, wear uniforms.
Yeah.
NFL coaches wear gear that's set up through their major licensing, and that is Nike. So they can wear anything that a fan may wear. So they're basically selling gear for the actual university or whoever they're with, Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, whatever.
Right.
In 2005, San Francisco 49ers head coach Mike Nolan attempts to class things up wearing a suit like his dad used to wear. The league denied him to do it the very next game. So as long as the league has deals that forces you to wear team-issued apparel, it's going to be tough for NFL coaches to wear a suit. And I think it will be proactive in the way of the NBA, which is doing things that will make things a little bit cooler. You can wear a lot of different shoes. You can do a bunch of, they took away the headbands. But, but the same way.
Those were bad look to me.
I like the headband.
You like the ninja headband?
I like the headband.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
I'm a big fan of the headband.
Yeah, for sure.
They shouldn't take that away.
Yeah, I think the same way that Tom Landry and Bear Bryant's fedora personified that era, I think Bill Belichick's hoodie is a great example of modern NFL style. And I think the NBA probably needs to take a note of it from the NFL for the first time.
How you feel about Odell Beckham getting fined every week for he wearing something?
The cleats, cleats get a little weird.
Yeah.
He wear clown cleats.
Yeah, I mean, they're just cleats, though. The NFL, man, is just no fun, but their coaches can wear whatever the hell they want to. So.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I don't want to look up, because some people just can't dress.
That's true. It get a little sloppy.
It get a little bad over on the sidelines. Your coach looking like, he needs to get his shirt fixed a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Wearing a polo shirt, just probably unbuttoned.
That's true.
Taco meat out. You know
and
what I mean?
Here's another thing. They're not coaching in conditions, too.
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
They're coaching in AC units, very nice conditions in arenas every time. The NFL probably needed that due to the fact that they don't build tech fleece suits.
Yeah, you don't want the Armani out there getting rained on.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, ready to get started with halftime?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. Where are they now? Weezy, have you ever wondered what happened to your favorite athlete from your childhood?
We have too.
Sure. This week's Where Are They Now is Johnny Flynn.
Syracuse Orangeman.
Syracuse Orangeman.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
What else?
I'm done.
Okay. We'll get there. Johnny Flynn was voted New York's Mr. Basketball in 2007. Was named a McDonald's All-American the exact same year. In his senior year at Niagara Falls High School, Flynn averaged 26 and 6. He decided to take that talent to Syracuse to play for Jim Boeheim. Flynn was going to have a prolific freshman year, collecting Big East Rookie of the Year honors. In his sophomore year, he won the Big East Tournament MVP. Officially decided to forego his final 2 years at Syracuse and sign with CAA. He was ultimately drafted 6th overall by the Minnesota Timberwolves, like Weezy said, in the 2009 NBA draft. In 2009, the first round had 6 point guards. Ricky Rubio at 5, Steph Curry at 7, Brandon Jennings at 10, Drew Holiday at 17, Jeff Teague at 18, and Darren Collison at 21. Johnny Flynn was drafted 6th overall. At the end of his rookie season, he was selected on the all-rookie team, averaging 13 points per game and 5 assists. During that summer, yeah, I know, right? During that summer, Flynn suffered a torn labrum. He underwent the same hip surgery in 2010 that Isaiah Thomas had. The injury and operation changed him forever. He was totally different after that. With Ricky Rubio coming in the next year, the writing was on the wall. In that year, it was a wide disappointment. Yeah. His numbers dipped to 5.3 points a game, 3.4 assists. He was signed and traded 3 times in 2012 and never played an NBA game after that. Played a professional game. His last professional basketball game was in 2014 for a Europe team. In 2017, he entered his name in the Big 3 draft and went undrafted.
Yep.
Johnny Flynn, man. Yeah. There's no whereabouts as far as what Johnny Flynn is doing right now.
Okay.
But it's a sad case of injuries because Johnny Flynn was one of the most dynamic, explosive point guards I've seen when he played at Syracuse. He had a good rookie year.
Get a bucket.
Dude, that torn labrum in your hip is a terrible, terrible injury. And it's something that it's very hard to bounce back from. And as we see, Isaiah Thomas hasn't really bounced back from it. So
he got his starting job back, though.
He did, for sure. Yeah. For sure. Most definitely. Johnny Flynn career earnings. Let's do it.
$16 million.
What you got, Weezy?
10.
Weezy wins $9.5 million. Johnny Flynn. And he had Brandon Jennings, Drew Holiday, Jeff Teague, Ricky Rubio, Steph Curry. The only person drafted in front of him was Ricky Rubio. It's crazy.
They all still playing.
It says Rubio Collison and Brandon Jennings.
Well, Rubio was 5th.
Rubio was 5th. He was 6th.
Yeah.
Both went to Minnesota.
That was your guy, Brandon Jennings.
Brandon Jennings was my guy. Oh, was my guy.
And Steph was
7th.
That was the weirdest.
That's crazy, man. You pick all those guys. And clearly, right? Johnny Flynn was the first person out of all those guys to be gone.
Damn.
Drew Holiday at 17.
Yeah.
Darren Collison and Drew Holiday played together at UCLA.
Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn over Steph Curry will forever live in infamy.
Infamy. Most definitely, 100%, man. Shout out to Johnny Flynn. Hope things going well.
Absolutely.
Godspeed to you, my brother. You guys ready to start the second half?
Let's go.
The second half is underway.
Second half, the 2019 NBA Top 7 Series, Part 3, the small forwards. Before we start, I am J-Ho.
It's your boy, Big Jeff.
I'm Weezy. What it do?
Weezy, the NBA modern... Let me start over. The modern NBA is spearheaded by small forwards, some of whom are the best players in the entire NBA due to their elite skills on both ends of the floor. That's not really true. The end result is that they're often the best player and the leader of the team. Historically, Larry Bird, Julius Erving are players who come to mind when you think about the greatest small forwards ever. That has changed.
Okay.
The modern day small forward is now strong, quick, and usually stout defenders to maximize their values to their respective teams. Again, this list is strictly related to the 2018 and 19 NBA stats and performances and who has the best chance of maintaining that great play heading into 2019-2020.
Nice.
Will be missed off this list is Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
He's not active.
Yeah.
He's on a commission right now.
For sure. People have changed positions.
Yeah.
We pause. Paul George plays a 2. Hello.
Okay.
Paul George is a 2.
Hello.
Yep. He's been a 2 his entire career. He goes, okay, so he plays with Russ. Roberson doesn't come. He never got to play with Roberson. Did you know that?
That would be a nice defense.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That
Roberson,
crazy.
still not playing.
Still not playing.
Paul George plays too.
Plays 2. Anyway, so let's get to the top 7 list for 2018-19. Jeff, kick it off.
All right, we had number 7 at Chris Middleton.
Okay.
Number 6, Gordon Hayward. Number 5, Tobias Harris. Number 4, Paul George. Number 3, Kawhi Leonard. Number 2, Kevin Durant. And number 1, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LBJ. The 2019-20 list. Let's start off with our one honorable mention. That list got slim. We have Brandon Ingram, 22 years old, averaged 16, 5, and 4 last year, played in 59 games. Last season, I think B.I. made strides as a scorer because he improved his mid-range shot and attacked the rim a little bit more. What he does by doing that, he got injured again. But again, he's a wiry kid, long kid, athletic, very solid passer, and can be a point forward if you need him.
And he was Boris.
and he does wear bow red.
Okay.
But being traded to the Pelicans, man, I think he'll be an integral part of that team while Zion is getting back to 100%.
Right.
And he's feeling very disrespected because they did not offer him a contract extension.
They should have.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And they're going to learn to regret that because Brandon Ingram is a really good basketball player.
Yeah.
They just did not let him develop in Los Angeles the way he needed to.
Well, we know why.
Because LeBron James came.
Yeah.
For sure.
He had a bad spot. He came in with LeBron. He came in with Kobe,
Came in with Kobe.
and then he finished up with LeBron.
Sure, man.
Tough spot.
B.I. is a really good basketball player. Just hasn't been healthy. I think the more weight that he puts on, he weighs the exact same as Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
So if you look at that,
Yeah.
it lets you know you got to still put on some weight.
Yeah,
Just to think he's played 4 NBA seasons. This is going to his 4th,
Yeah.
and you're still at 190 pounds.
Yeah.
Where did he start at? 165? It's crazy.
Crazy.
That's nuts.
Skilled kid though. I really think
my God.
I think he's going to be on this list for a long time.
Sure.
And I fought for it to be on the list this time.
For sure.
I just lost out.
Yeah. I mean, you just got to put on some weight, man. And I think he is a mid-level, $80 million player for sure. And I think he'll get that.
I think somebody's going to overpay him.
They might need to.
Yeah, I think
mean,
somebody's gonna
let me keep it a bean with you.
Yeah.
He's as good as Tobias Harris.
Absolutely.
And Tobias Harris got $180 million.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. He's better than Chris Middleton.
I said all this, Jay.
I'm just saying.
I said all this.
And he got $180 million. Those two max players. So Brandon Ingram, there is a market for your
Yeah, somebody's going to overpay for
abilities.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Who we got at number 7? Let's kick it off. Okay. At number 7, we have Aaron Gordon. 24 years old, dude. He's only 24 years old.
You're right.
16 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. Played in 78 games. It was very surprising to me that Aaron Gordon got better every year defensively since he joined the Magic in 2014?
2014. Yeah.
Yeah.
2014.
He went 4th overall.
Yep.
That's crazy. I think he should have got some votes for defensive player of the year. He was playing that well.
No problem with that.
Yeah.
That team had a 17-game improvement.
Yeah.
A larger part to him.
It's true.
You know, he's a good player, man. I think they're gonna, and I think the Magic gonna be a lot better this year as the season progresses because of him, Markelle Fultz, and my guy Voos.
Shout out to Big Voo. But his versatility, he can guard the 1, 2, 3, and some 4s, and maybe a 5 every now and then. But
who knows what a 5 is?
Yeah, that's true. But bringing him back and essentially the same group with the team, like what you said, improved by 17 games, man. You expect Aaron Gordon to make a jump. I think he'll be traded, though. Woo! I think they'll trade Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris, somebody like that, for Aaron Gordon. Start him at the 3, KD at the 4, or put Aaron Gordon at the 4, KD at the 3, whatever they're going to do. Yeah, but I think Aaron Gordon will be a good person in Brooklyn.
Make this list even harder to do next year.
100%.
Shout out to Aaron Gordon. His dunk contest performance was underrated too.
For sure. He got robbed.
Very underrated.
Very robbed.
Yeah.
High level robbery.
High level.
Ski mask way.
He got robbed on that.
For sure.
Number 6.
Okay.
All right.
Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
Okay.
18 points a game,
Mm-hmm.
6 rebounds, 4 assists.
Definitely.
Chris Middleton.
Yeah, he played in 77 games. I think the big question that surrounds the Bucks in 2019, 2020 is whether Middleton, who was an all-star,
Okay.
was he good enough to be the second best player on a championship team?
Ooh.
That's a loaded question. That's very loaded because he only shot 41% in the field during the playoffs, 5 points lower than what he averaged, what Weezy said. And in against the Raptors, he just totally went underground. Couldn't find him.
Yeah.
So his greatest sin is his own non-productive ways. I just don't think Chris Middleton is a number 2. At best, I think he's a 3 or 4.
Hot take.
Yeah.
I don't know if I disagree with you on that.
Okay.
One, but it is a hot take though. I mean, he's paid like a number
Got
2.
$180 million.
He's paid like a number 2.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, no, he's paid like a number 1.
Paid like that. Paid like a 1 for sure.
This is gonna tell though. This year's gonna tell. Like he's gonna carry a lot for that team for them to be successful. So this is definitely a your guy type of.
Yeah. He plays with Antetokounmpo. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well,
Spotlight's on him.
The thing is, Giannis attracts so many people, right? So they need a person to stand and shoot.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton is there. He's a capable defender, not a great lockdown defender. It's just okay.
Yeah.
The only thing is you paying this much money. Now you're handicapped because you paid Eric Bledsoe, you paid him. Your future is handicapped between Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe, and they're one-dimensional on each side. Bledsoe can only play defense, can't do too much on offense, can't shoot. And then you have Middleton, who's just he's just there, man.
Yeah.
He's just there. I think the biggest loss, and I say it again, I'll say it every week, man. Losing Malcolm Brogdon was a huge blow to that team. It will be the reason ultimately that Giannis leaves to go to Toronto or
They couldn't pay him.
LA.
They couldn't pay Brogdon.
And
give Middleton 180.
Sure.
It's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, man.
Let's move on. Speaking of a lot of money, let's move on to number 5, Tobias Harris. As Jay mentioned earlier, max contract. Go figure. Before the trade to the Sixers, right? He was shooting 43% from the 3 when he was with the Clippers. When the Clippers were trying to tank, and apparently they decided not to tank, and he was balling like that. And he dropped down to 32% afterwards. So yeah, go figure. Anyway, Jimmy Butler's gone now from the Sixers.
100%.
So now he's expected to be that second, depending on who you ask, third scoring option for the Sixers.
100%.
Ben Simmons still figuring out how to shoot, things like that. The process is the process.
He is.
Talent wise, is not many people better than Tobias Harris.
100%.
When it's just sheer talent.
Yeah.
Can he put it together and be a part of what should be the best starting 5 in the NBA?
It is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my only concern. He's my only concern on that team.
It's not. Tobias Harris is going to play every game. Played 82 games last year.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and put 19 and 7. He's going to get you that every night. Anything else, he's not going to do. He's not going to do anything else.
Okay.
And now he's in a spot now where he can play that 3 position. Where he's played with the Clippers, played with the Pistons, played with the Magic. You just know what he's going to do. So I would much rather pay him than Chris Middleton because you don't really know. Sometimes Chris Middleton just won't be out there. I mean, he plays like that. He's just not a max player. You have a point guard like Ben Simmons who's looking for you all the time. Tobias Harris will be open. All the attention is going towards Ben Simmons, and of course, 2 or 3 people are looking at Joel Embiid. So the good thing about him, he's only 27 years old. So at the end of this contract, he will still be 31. He still get another max contract.
I feel like they paid Tobias Harris. He kind of like in that Rudy Gay like potential. He got all this potential. We're finally gonna see it. We're finally gonna see it. And I think he's gonna keep getting paid because they want to finally see it.
Because you don't want to be the team that got left out on.
Right.
Yeah,
I see that.
Yeah, Philly got to find a way to include more pick and rolls with Tobias Harris. Only the Warriors ran fewer pick and rolls in the entire NBA. So Philly can find a way to use him, Al Horford, playing Josh Richardson, getting him in rhythm. They'll be fine. think it's gonna take just a little bit more time. But I like the way that Tobias Harris will be used.
It's gonna take half a season for them to really start clicking.
Yeah.
Like I said, like we said, it's the most talented starting 5 in the NBA.
Yeah.
It should be.
That's all they say.
Yeah, with Jimmy Butler gone though, I think it's time for Tobias to kind of step up and be that 22 points, 20 points. Just know we're gonna get that. 19 ain't enough.
Nah, not for that. Not for that 180.
22. Hell no, not for 180. You got to give me 22, and you got to get an All-Star bid for sure.
Yeah, 180 got to be an
All-Star.
180's got to be an All-Star.
Let's move on to number 4. Got DeMar DeRozan.
That's your man.
Yeah, played in 77 games last year. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. He averaged a career-high 6.2 assists during his first season with the Spurs. Now, the only thing that I worry about DeMar DeRozan is him being passive-aggressive in the Spurs offense because you could just throw the ball down to L.A., and what he does just fades away. And you won't see him for 4 to 5 plays, and he'll come back and shoot the ball 4 or 5 times, and he'll disappear again. So I just wanted to be a little bit more consistent. He's the mid-range assassin, made that cool. And while he was in Toronto, the Spurs bench now is extremely deep. You have Trey Lyles.
Yes.
You have Lonnie Walker coming off the bench, Brent Forbes, Patty Mills. So that team is healthy. To see him playing alongside LaMarcus Aldridge with my guy, DeJounte Murray being 100% back in the fold, I hope and pray that this is his year to kind of get it going. But I think he likes offense to be tailored around him, and the Spurs just don't do that.
It's not the Spurs way.
No.
But I think that team is, and we say this about every Spurs team, I guess, but I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
No, hell no.
If they're healthy. Like, if they make the playoffs healthy, I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs.
Nah.
DeMar DeRozan, people are going to ask, when, the 3, him as a 3, that's what he is as a Spur. Let's address that real quick.
100%. Yeah, he's played 2 his entire career.
Right.
And then goes here and has to take the spot of Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. And That's a lot to ask of him, man.
Hell
I don't know, but look. We know what he is. We know he can. He can get a bucket. We know that with the best of them, especially when he's on his game, right? He can get a bucket with the best of them. We know his deficiency is defense. He doesn't really want to do that a lot. But Pop is getting the best out of him.
He's not shooting threes neither. He's not getting out of his. Listen. DeMar DeRozan is going to get to the paint.
Yes,
and he's also going to pull up from mid range.
Yeah,
I don't think Pop really likes that. I think it takes them out of the system where he has to break down and do things like that.
Okay.
And with that, ultimately, I think he'll be traded this year. I think they trade DeMar DeRozan.
Because if DeMar doesn't buy in to what Pop is doing, he's going to get traded. But I think it's better for DeMar to go in and buy in.
So where do you think he's going to go?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter where he goes.
Yes, sir. Camera's always on.
Wait for that one, I'll show.
Set him up. That was spicy too. What we got, Weezy?
That hurt me right there. Sheesh. Number 3. Golly, that hurt me. Jimmy Butler. I'm out about that. Miami Heat. And I was all into DeMar DeRozan. You know that?
I know. I was waiting for it. I was watching your body language and everything on that one.
I didn't even see that one coming.
Man, Jimmy Butler, Miami Heat, 18 points a game, 5 rebounds. I think it says 4 assists, something like that.
It does.
I'm all discombobulated right now.
Yeah, sure. Right. You.
Let's move right along.
Yeah. So he played in 55 games, man. With the new role as leader of Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler can go back to the old Jimmy Butler way, leading the team on both ends of the floor and just being that fantastic scorer, perimeter defender, and stepping up in clutch moments. And the Heat need that for sure. I think if Butler was all about winning, he would have stayed in Philly. Yeah. But clearly he wants to be Jimmy Butler. And I think the only place that would have allowed him to be Jimmy Butler is Miami.
And, the weird thing is this probably was the weirdest sign to 100%. Me. But watching it on the court, it's like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because he does bring the toughness to the team. They already got young pieces around him. They're buying into his way of playing ball. Sure. They're playing hard every night, every possession. It's fun. It's like when he was with the Bulls.
Yeah.
So it looks like when he was with the Bulls.
Yeah, for sure. He had a big game tonight. Yeah, LeBron James.
No, for sure. I think he went from hands down to a top 10 player in 2017, 2018 to we didn't even know where the hell he was at when he was in Minnesota all the way to Toronto. And then after the All-Star break, he locked in. And he showed Jimmy Butler. And Philly really leaned on him. I know Joel Embiid misses him so much because he was the clutch player that they want Tobias Harris to be on both sides of the ball for Philly. So they were supposed to be in the finals. Toronto was not supposed to win that championship. Shot. And they made that shot, and it was over with, man. Yeah. But I think landing with the Heat clears his way, man. He gets to be back to old Jimmy, and Jimmy being Jimmy.
Jimmy being Jimmy.
How bad do y'all want to see that footage of Jimmy Butler?
Their practice
in Minnesota.
I would love to see that. I think the league has better defenders though than Jimmy Butler. I just don't think on ball there's nobody that plays defense like Jimmy Butler and goes on the other end and can get a bucket. Yeah. Other than another person.
Pat Bev.
Pat Bev's not going on the other side.
No, he ain't getting a bucket for sure.
Yeah.
Pat Bev is a Tim's in the sand. Never forget.
You'll never forget that.
Never forget that.
But Jimmy doesn't he feel like an old 30?
I know, right? Yeah. Like when they say he's about to be 30 this year, I was like, wait. No, Jimmy's like 32.
What they're gonna do? D-Lo. They're gonna try to get D-Lo.
Smart.
They need D-Lo.
Smart.
That'd be good.
Smart.
I don't want D-Lo in Miami though.
Yeah, because
that's not a good place.
Saw him in L.A.
Well,
he's mature. He was in New York.
He was in Brooklyn.
It's New York still.
He was staying in Jersey. Miami, year-round cold.
It's a lot.
Year-round warmth.
Yeah.
D'Angelo around in Miami. Yeah, man.
Speaking of being in Miami as a youngster.
Okay.
Number 2.
Okay.
LeBron James.
LeBron James number 2.
LeBron James.
Ooh, we're gonna get some flack for this one. Going into year 17, averaging 27, 8, and 8 last season. 27, 8, and 8 in year 16.
Played 55 games. He was number 1 on our list last year.
He was, as he should have been.
For sure.
Number 2 this year somehow.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's decided to play defense this year.
If you had him number 2 on your list too, don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
But we're gonna explain why he's number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, the listeners are
I had
definitely
to
gonna be
put you on
high.
blast.
He did. It's all right. It's all good. Playing defense again this year.
Yeah.
He got another sidekick in LA.
Mhm.
That's probably the best player in his position as well.
God.
Right. So the sky's the limit for this team, I think. With Kuz, your man's Kuz coming back,
Yeah.
and LeBron figuring that a triple double is just like a snap of a finger. He can do whatever he wants at this point. It's fun to watch this team, man. I know Weezy, I know it's your guy. You go right ahead, man.
Nah, I'm just saying. Everything you said is right.
Yeah. LeBron's not slowing down. I mean,
That's
still
the crazy
one of
part.
the best playmakers in the NBA. He averaged 11 assists right now as we record the show.
Right.
So one of the most difficult players to guard, I think, in NBA history. But this year will prove a lot. We haven't seen a year where LeBron has to prove himself. And he got his person that he wanted, another superstar to join him. So this is a revenge season for LeBron. It should be fun, man. It's going on 35.
Right.
It's still a top 7 superstar in this thing we call the NBA.
Yeah.
I think there was a time for him to settle and being a pass first player.
Yeah.
This is the year to do it because you have a player like AD.
But even at pass first,
Mhm.
he can still get 27, 30, or
Oh,
35, whatever he wants. Because what are you going to do with LeBron James?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I just want him to buy fully into being vengeful LeBron and co-star LeBron. I think it'll take some time for him to get used to, but we've heard him say, LeBron will play off the ball more, and then it never lasts. So I hope it just lasts this year because it's hard for him to do it because he's freaking LeBron James,
And
right?
you're playing defense, though, Jay.
Yeah, no, that's the reason that he's not number 1. Let's just keep it a bean. LeBron James hadn't played defense since Miami.
Okay.
That's a long time ago, y'all.
That first championship.
LeBron James has not played defense since Miami because he has to do so much. And turn now he doesn't have to do as much. You know what? I can actually play some defense now. And that's the difference, man. Still really, really great, man. Him turning 35 in December doesn't mean anything. Coming off, I think, the most serious injury of his career. Let's knock on wood for that.
Please.
I hope some scheduled rest, however infrequent, will be really good to kind of
Load
help out
management, baby.
manage that load.
Load
For
management.
sure. But
Manage that load. Is funny.
but yeah, no, for sure. It's just crazy to see him take this step back, and I think it'll be for the better as far as the longevity of his Hall of Fame career.
But the step back for him is still going to be 25, 9, and 10.
Yeah, oh no,
You know what I'm
most
saying?
definitely. He's
Like,
still gonna
it's-
average, something crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to push himself to be the number 1 spot anymore. I think he can still do that 25, 9, and 10 and play a little bit better defense, which will help the team. And he'll get a championship if he plays a little bit more defense. As we can tell, they haven't lost a game since their first game.
Yeah. That was that was like a punch in the face that first game. And it's like, oh, okay, we got to do something a little different.
Sure.
And
Yeah. All right, I got number 1, and I don't know who does number 1.
You got it.
I got number 1. Yep. Kawhi Leonard, 28 years old, man. Last year was number 3 on our list, or number 2.
3.
Number 3, KD. Yep. Played in 60 games, 26.7 rebounds, 3 assists. Finals MVP, second team All NBA, second team All Defense, and was an All Star.
Yep.
What edges him, like we mentioned, ahead of LeBron James, is his great defense. I mean, I think Kawhi Leonard's return to the floor last season after 2017-18 being basically
A wash.
A wash.
Yeah.
For sure. I think he is easily the best on-ball defender we've seen in the NBA, especially go on the other end and lead a team. Scottie Pippen was great defensively, but he didn't go on that other side and be a leader like Kawhi is and was.
Okay.
Last year was his comeback season.
100%.
Was his revenge season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what his revenge. What he did last year by taking Toronto to the finals and winning it. Top 3 things, maybe best things we ever seen championship run.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard is in that
It
in
fell
that
his way,
red
though.
air. Yeah.
Let's be honest. One thing we're never going to look back on and say, like, as
The Warriors got hurt.
Oh, the
exactly.
injuries. Oh,
The further we get away from that, we're going to stop thinking about it. But come on, we know they wouldn't have stood a chance if that team was healthy.
He just so doesn't stand a chance. Because what are they, Jeff?
Yeah.
What were they, Jeff?
They're a super duper team.
I think the thing that makes Kawhi so special, man, is how efficient he is and his work on the defensive end to get out and get to his spot. I've never seen an NBA player get to their spot with 2 moves because he has 0 moves.
Yeah.
But he's making 2 moves and he's pulling up mid-range, pulling up from 3. It's just something special, man, to see. And the way that he goes about getting those 30 points a games through that series, playing against an injury depleted Warriors team, something that put him in a conversation as the best player alive.
The finals was them versus Philly series. That was the finals.
Yeah, for sure.
Giannis and the Bucks weren't really a good match for them. Right?
Yeah.
Are we concerned though that maybe Kawhi is a little more hurt than we think?
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with him. I think he's seen the way, right? He looks at it, he's like, man, I need these. I'm not playing back-to-backs, right? Cool. That's going to keep me at this point right here. And he's using it to the best of his ability.
See, I don't know. I hear what y'all saying. Right. I don't know, simply because it looked like in some of those games, especially the intense games against even the Bucks and the Philly, he was laboring a little bit.
Okay. Oh, last year for sure.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
So saying now,
I'm talking about now. He's good.
So we think he's past.
He's fine.
But we don't think it's going to be something that's going to hamper him.
Yeah. It's just going to take him a little time to play alongside PG. I think PG will be a harder adjustment than Kawhi because PG is one of those players that's kind of used to getting ISO balls and things of that nature. So you get a point where Kawhi is out there mixing, man. It's just going to be crazy. And defense.
When it comes down fourth quarter, who getting the ball? Kawhi, right? Over PG.
I mean, Paul, PG, he said sometimes he want that ball in his hands.
The playoffs.
The team gets different, man. You get him, though. But as long as Kawhi Leonard gets right around 75 games before the playoffs, I think he'll be fine, man.
I don't know. But I say this, though. Kawhi looks so much more like Kobe Bryant every year.
Yeah.
Just on the offensive side. And like you said, get into his spot. Not saying Kobe didn't have any moves, but it was like you knew what Kobe was going to do.
Yeah.
You knew where it was going.
Kobe had more moves than Kawhi.
Well, but what I'm saying is you knew what he was going to do.
He's
going to get to his spot. You knew what you're going to – but what you going to do to stop it?
Nothing. He's
you know what
a
I'm
machine.
Saying? Right. And I feel like if we've ever seen a machine, it's Kawhi.
Kawhi's a machine.
They make it real simple for themselves.
Yeah. They simplify the game. Don't have to do a lot of, as they say, Luka Doncic, razzmatazz.
Yeah, for sure.
No step backs, no side steps.
Yeah.
Not a lot of that. Just get into a spot and get in the bucket. And that's the simplest form of basketball, but he does it so well you can't stop it.
Yeah, now I don't think he fills up the stat sheet like LeBron James. 27, 7, 9, and 9
3 blocks.
But he's going to have steals and all of that, man. He's everywhere on the floor, man. So
and affecting the game.
You put that with Pat. You put that with PG. Those are 3 first-team all-defense players.
That's lockdown.
It's lockdown.
It's a lot.
It's hard to put the ball on the floor. It's most definitely. Let's go through the list. Before we go through the list, is there anybody on this list that won't make it next year?
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. Somebody got to make room for KD.
I think DeMar DeRozan comes off. And I know for sure Chris Middleton's gone.
Yeah.
That was a Michael Redd 1-year run. That thing is done.
So 3 players are going off this list.
Aaron Gordon makes the list next year. Aaron Gordon makes the list. Yeah, no, for sure. He's going to be an all-star. Yeah. I'm saying DeMar DeRozan won't be an all-star. Chris Middleton won't be an all-star. Yeah. And who is this? And
Aaron Gordon?
Aaron Gordon won't be an all-star neither.
So it's going to KD's back.
Up. Yeah, KD's back.
Brandon Ingram's going to make this list.
No way. No.
Let's wait the next year, guys. We'll see.
Yeah. Brandon Ingram's going to make this list.
Let's go through this list. Number 7, we got Aaron Gordon. Mm-hmm. Number 6, Chris Middleton. Number 5, Tobias Harris. Number 4, DeMar DeRozan. Number 3, Jimmy Butler. Number 2, LeBron James. Number 1, Kawhi, the Cyborg, Leonard. That is our list.
It's a list.
Claw, man. It's a good list, man. It makes it tough because we had a lot of lists that added in Paul George. Even a person that came up with the list, Weezy, had Paul George still on his list. Never understood that. But after we told him, we had 2 meetings. Hey, Paul George's not going to be on the list. Number 5 on my list. Number 3 on my list is Paul George.
One team. You don't believe in that one team, one dream. You just don't believe in it.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. As much as I do. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Moving on to the shooting guards next week. And I'm like, shooting guards a little thin.
Remember when the shooting guard was the premier position in the NBA?
Hell yeah.
Everybody wanted to be a 2.
Dwayne Wade, it was Kobe.
It was be Mike. Go make a Mike.
Mike was a shooting guard. Ray Allen.
Steve Smith. Woo. You know what I mean? Like, that was the
thing. And now the number 1 shooting guard is is Bradley Bill.
Like CJ McCullough.
Right.
Like,
CJ shit. I'm gonna get him the hell up out of there. He better get some rental property. He better get some damn rental property. It ain't gonna
turn this shit around quick.
I'm telling you, man. And the problem is Hassan damn Whiteside. Anywhere he go, he's like a plague. Keep him the hell away from Chicago. I don't want him. I don't want nothing to do. Where's he from? He's from. And I don't know where the hell he's from. I don't want him to come nowhere near Chicago. Any of my teams for sure. Get the hell. I don't want him to be a Florida fan. I hope he's not a San Francisco fan. God, I hate Hassan Whiteside for sure. Fellas, that's another show in the book.
It's a good show.
Episode 295. Cameraman, we kept you a little long. Sorry, brother. Yeah, for sure. Salute the troops, man.
Blankie.
No shaving, huh?
He needs a blanket.
Yeah, that baby sleepy. You sleepy? Sleepy. Weezy got some extra binkies. You need a binky? Need a binky? Baby need a binky? And then, you know he goes, yeah. You got baby got pee-pee? You need a pamper? So this was questions throughout the week of Full Sport Press, man.
What about your guard, man? North Carolina.
Ain't no way. You ain't getting me. Ain't no way.
No, that was a real question.
Nah, damn lie. Tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page, on the iTunes page. Please rate and subscribe, and more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
To tell a friend, that's a real damn question.
That the revolution will be podcast. The Weezy.
Everything paid for, baby.
Jeff.
Camera's always on, brother.
Cameraman, the revolution will be podcast. We are out.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.